What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Loveless, and today I am going to be unboxing something pretty sweet for you all. This is the Toby Pop Vinyl from Funko. This is the worst intro ever. Initially, I wasn't actually going to start collecting these because in the beginning I thought they were kind of like ugly and bleh. I started last year with Cassima and now I have 12, so I guess I'm gonna be buying these, or at least the ones that I like. I'm really picky when it comes to these, but some of them I feel like are really great. Now, my possession of Toby here is an admission of my compulsion as a collector. I literally walked into EB Games, which is GameStop in Canada, for like a couple of minutes because I was waiting for a bus, and so I had some time to kill. So I walked in there, I saw him among the new Naruto pops. I guess they came out fairly recently because I never saw them before. And so I walked in and saw it, and literally I was like, I looked at my Transit app and it said 4 minutes, and I just like bought it and ran. Like, so yeah, it was like the epitome of an impulse buy. I recommend actually going into a store to buy your pops instead of, you know, buying them online, and I'll get to why later, but yes. So let's get this guy open. He looks awesome. I'll show you everything. I mean, I'll have some images later, but yes. So there are some criteria I have. I'm not gonna buy every fucking pop vinyl for every fucking series that I like Funko wants you to do. I'm gonna buy the ones that I think are worth it, and I'm gonna show you and tell you why. Because I think these things are really great, some of them anyway, but I know that they're designed to be cheap, and the quantity of them and the way that they are, they're small and they're fun and they're cheap and they're easy to collect, but there's so many of them, and it's like going to Dollarama. You think it's cheap and then you walk out having spent $40. So yes, maybe I can help you. So there are a few things that I look for in a pop. Now, I'm not really sure what kind of pop fan, I guess you could say, I am yet, but I know a lot of people display their pops in the box. And so, I mean, you've probably seen images on the internet of people in their houses, you know, contained within their great wall of Funko Pops that's separating the person from the rest of their house, and their family members are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So the first thing I look for in a pop is the immediately obvious, the box. Does the pop look good in its box, and or does the box complement the figure as a display piece? Now, for Toby, personally, I am going to say no, actually. First of all, the oranges don't match, which bothers me because I am an OCD freak. I don't like the colors selected here. I don't think they match up well. Same here. I know this design is kind of cool, but I'm not a big fan of the color combo and the way that it meshes with the character. I don't think they complement each other very well. Yeah, so that's my initial thoughts. I wouldn't display this pop in the box. These have a very distinct style, so if I'm gonna buy it, the character has to convert into the Funko Pop style well. Now, does Toby convert well? Well, let's check him out. So let's get into this box. Now, I'll show you something that might be obvious to you, but someone showed me years ago on YouTube, and I've done this ever since. If you want to open anything collectible or keep the box, open it from the bottom, because that way you can ruin this. That way this can happen to the bottom, which no one cares about because it's going to be sitting on it, and you won't screw up the top. So, you know, just pointing that out if you didn't realize before. Oh my god, I'm so excited to get into this guy! Honestly, I'm really surprised that they did this. Oh, what the heck? What is that? Woo! Toby? Huh. That's weird. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that they would make this I'm surprised that they made Toby before something like, you know, Orochimaru. Also, it would have been funny if they If it said Obito Uchiha on the fucking box, that would be just terrible. And Toby seems like a strange choice for this line, even in this costume. I would have taken, you know, Sasuke with one Mangekyo and one Rinnegan as well. That would be fucking baller. Why do I talk like that? It's so dumb. So here he is, all out of there. This is so cool, man. Look at him, he looks great. His hair looks great. His mask is good. It's sort of weird though, his neck turns with his cloak. I don't know if you can see it. Sleeves are full of red. That's kind of cool. So like I said, the second thing I look for is if the character converts into the Funko Pop style well. And Toby converts amazingly. If you didn't know what these figures were, you would just think that this is like a chibi Toby figure. Like the whole like standard eye that they have is exactly what would... The whole eye totally works with this particular character's design. I don't know, the head shape is fine, I don't know what else to tell you, like... Now, I had mentioned before that I think it's a good idea to go into a store to grab your pops if at all possible. And the reason is the third thing that I look for when buying these, which is, are the paint errors minimal enough to justify a purchase? Now, these things are mass-produced. I don't imagine some artist with a lot of care in his heart sitting in front of a conveyor belt meticulously painting these things, even though you know, the details sometimes are really cool. Like these clouds are extremely sharp on Toby's robe here, his Akatsuki cloak. There were 3 of these in the store, and I bought this one because there were scratches across his mask on the other 2. I don't know if you can see, but the details are actually really great. There are a few little blotches of, you know, purple or darker blue or whatever on his leg here. And, you know, just a few little blotches of skin color paint on his sandal, but really not enough for it to be an issue. And his cloak is perfect. His mask is perfect. Also, they got the toenail polish the right color, and there's no real problem with it. It looks quite good. Overall, Toby, Madara Uchiha, Obito Uchiha, whatever you know him as or whatever you want to call him as. Call him as? God, I am such a terrible speaker. He looks great as a pop, he looks great as a figure in general, and for fans of this character, this is a really great figure to pick up, honestly. I really love it. It's one of my favorites. It was so good it compelled me to buy it with 4 minutes to make a decision. As far as the other guys in this line, I would recommend Kakashi, and Sakura actually looks really good, although I would have preferred her eyes to be green. I'm really happy that they made Toby, and he looked great, so... Personally, I feel like Naruto himself doesn't really convert well into a pop figure. He just looks weird. Again, the goal here is to only buy the ones that are, like, exceptional, and I think Toby is really great, so... What do you think of this little guy? Maybe they'll do a pop of Toby from the 4th grade Shinobi War in his war outfit, because that design looked absolutely sick. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Maybe.